Hello everybody, I am NotPog and welcome back to another Origin review video. Today, we are showcasing a fun little internet meme that dwelled in our minds for a very long time, made by the wonderful Haxxy, who, if you don't know, also made the Megumin origin on this channel. The origin we are covering is the Nyan Cat origin. The Nyan Cat origin is a pretty fun origin to play as. From the little bit of testing I've done, it's pretty unhinged. But anywho, let's get on with the first power. Nyan Cat is a cat cherry Pop-Tart flying through space, leaving a trail, in case you don't already know the meme. Anywho, for the first power, we have momentum. If you are moving, you gain momentum and stars. So if I start running, as you can see, that little bar, it starts rising, and eventually it will let me run faster and faster. So as you can see, it's slowly starting to go up until it eventually will let me run at full speed. And because of one of the debuffs, I also have slowness on me, but now that slowness is gone, as you can see, I am running fast and leave a little particle trail, which is pretty nice. For our second power, we have entropy. While you are still, you gather entropy, causing you to weaken and slow. So that is basically the debuff I was talking about. So essentially you want to keep moving and never stop, because when you stop, it just gets worse for you. You get weaker and slower. So it's better to just keep running, just like the meme. For our third power, we have velocity. You move faster and jump higher with the more momentum you have. So in case you didn't already notice, me at max momentum right now, as you can see, I am jumping significantly higher than a normal player would, as well as my momentum is just insane. Like I can move right, left at way larger multipliers than regular Minecraft lets you. For our next power, we have dampening. When you have a blue star, you take no fall damage but lose momentum in exchange. So what it's talking about is this blue star right here. So once you reach that amount of momentum, you don't take fall damage. So if I were to go in survival and let's say get up on top of this tree, so let's do a little bit of, actually, let's just go over here and jump off this little cliff here. So as you can see, I jump off, no fall damage because I'm way above what a blue star is. So you'll typically have the blue star, but it is neat to have regardless. For our next power, we have iconic. With the blue star, you emit a rainbow trail. So in case you didn't already notice, that's where the rainbow trail comes from. It's once you reach a blue star. For our next power, we have resonance. When you have a purple star, you can bounce on water. This causes drag and slows you down. So once I reach that purple star on my bar right down there, let's find a small river right over here. And as you can see, if I start running, it will let me run on water, but I will slowly start losing momentum. And it's gains because I'm running fast, but as you can see, I can still run. I can walk even if I want, but if I stop moving, eventually I won't be able to run on the water. So you basically have to be a little careful with that because it does drain. For our next power, we have inertia. When you have a gold star, you can activate your ability to go through walls. So using primary, that's how you can essentially go through walls. So prepare your minds for this. And once I hit the gold star and this is so unhinged. But yeah, that's basically what that power is. So using primary, you can activate to phase through walls. It will play the Nyan Cat song, which is honestly amazing. And you can basically just go through walls and it just helps you run a lot faster just because there's no obstacles in your way, such as trees the small mountain, which now I gotta run out of. Essentially, it's pretty useful for a running origin. For our next power, we have Needless. I can't use rockets. So if I just give myself some rockets, typically this would let you, fly with an Elytra, but I can place them, but I can't use them. So if I were to give myself an Elytra as well, if I jump off right over here and start flying, I cannot right click this. I can glide down, but I can't fly. So I'm assuming that this is just a way to debuff because I can run really fast, so there's not really a need to use an Elytra. For our final power, we have Negated. If I get hit, my velocity and momentum are set to 0 and I get immobilized for a bit, which has a 10-second cooldown. So let's say I'm running around and then the zombie hits me. All of a sudden I can't move, I'm stunned, and then I have to regain my momentum, which, as you can't already notice, it takes a little bit to even get to normal Minecraft running speed. It's around like the gold star is when it actually starts picking up and you can run faster than a normal player, which is pretty nice. Overall, that was the Nyan Cat origin. It is pretty hilarious, but actually pretty useful in a small SMP, your own single player world, because honestly, for me at least, I prefer a lot of momentum or agility based origins, so the fact that this origin is essentially all about running and momentum, I think it's pretty cool. I am NotPog, and I will see you next time. Peace.